What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. We got a new one for you guys today. We have the new 2024 Rivian R1T with our boy Satar in the house. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for letting us get a look at this. It's the first one I've seen, like I told you, the first one I've been able to get into. You kind of showed me a little bit about it already. First thoughts, coming from a Model 3, coming from a Model S, switching from Tesla to Rivian, a new manufacturer in the game. What you think, man?
Definitely a little adjustment, but overall the experience has been very good. I could tell you that Model 3, Model S was definitely something that set the tone for the EV game, and Rivian definitely did a great job piggybacking off it. I think they skipped some of the early struggles from Tesla. They're pretty far advanced for a new company compared to the early days of Tesla.
That's awesome, man. So, you want to do us a quick walk around, show us a tour, we go on a ride? We're going to do a whole deep dive in this video, guys. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
All right, so starting out with the front, you got your front, power front. If I can get it open.
That's pretty massive, man.
Yeah, good size. Have my old cargo mats in here. On the inside, it also comes up. Got a little storage space. Your 120 volt, 240 volt charger is in here for when you go on trips. Also can be used to ice it up, put some cold drinks in here. Have a little drain plug right here.
Okay. You know, obviously we just got our Cybertruck and all that. This blows it away as far as trunk size.
And then the closes, same thing. Just a button at the bottom, automatically close.
How do you feel about this front facade? You like the way it looks? It's kind of polarizing, just like the Cybertruck is.
Yeah, it's definitely different, unique. Get a lot of comments regarding that, but I love it. I think it's awesome. You got your cameras everywhere.
So there's about 11 cameras on here, I think, which is more than what Tesla's offering.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Handles are a little different.
Handles come out whenever you're close to the car. The proximity automatically gets the door handles out. Can be a little annoying when you're in the garage, but overall it's pretty clean.
Okay.
Going to the back, you have your gear tunnel. A little button back here will open it for you. You just pop it open, and then you pull it down. Goes all the way through to the other side. You can open the door, crawl through if you wanted to.
Wow. And this can support about, what, 300 pounds or so? 250 pounds?
Yeah, 250 pounds. So if you need to sit on there, change your shoes, whatever, you can more than sit on it, no issue. Okay. Also has a little storage compartment for the first aid kit.
Does this come standard or is this something extra?
Yeah, whenever you buy it, comes standard, COVID ready. And then if you ever use anything and you need to re-up, they have it on their website as well, so you can order more.
Nice, okay.
More for like field stuff.
Makes sense. And I know one big difference with Rivian and Teslas and all that is the amount of customization options you can do. I think that was one of the biggest issues Rivian did when they first came out. They did not want to just offer one or two different build styles. They offered a ton more.
Compared to that.
Configuration on rims, configuration on paint, configuration on how many motors you want, dual, tri, quad. A lot of people thought that that's possibly what caused the delays and their manufacturing woes, not to streamline just, you know, one or two different build styles. What are these rims? Are these standard rims? These are massive.
Yeah, these are 21-inch road rims.
Okay.
You also have your 20-inch off-road option. You have an undershield option, which has like a protector for the bottom when you go off-road. They have 22-inch rims, all-season rims. They definitely give you a lot of variety, and it probably did cause a delay in the streamlining process. So back here, you got your trunk, little button up top. We'll open it for you. It's automated to come down, but you have to manually lift it up.
Okay. 4.5 foot trunk bed, is that right?
Yeah, yep, about 4.5, yep.
Okay.
Right here, you got a little button that will pop up the under storage. That's for your spare tire, or you can use it for also cooler. It's insulated, so keep everything cool. Has a drain plug in there as well. Little divider. Use it for whatever you want.
They don't come with a spare tire though.
No, it does not come with a spare tire. You got to buy that on your own.
Okay.
If you want one.
Okay. Tie down ports, it looks like, come standard, obviously.
Yep, tie down ports. You got your air pressure or
The air compressor right
air
there?
compressor
That's
right here.
awesome. It's one thing I wish the truck had, the Cybertruck had.
Yep. On the other side, you have your so your 12 volt, I think, or 120.
You have two 120s?
Yeah, two 120s.
Awesome. Yep. Is there a 240 in here at all, or no? I don't think there is.
No, I don't think there's a 240. Yeah.
What do you feel? So this is something that was curious to me and something I read about recently. Rivian's branding is all over this, right? Tesla's going minimalistic, especially with the Cybertruck. There ain't a single logo, but you got these big raised letters and all that.
Yep.
I think it's clean. I think it calls attention to it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think being a newer vehicle, I don't mind it, but some of the people that's probably had the truck or the SUV for a couple years now seem a little annoyed by it because everywhere I guess they started realizing that. But
Yeah.
no, I think it's pretty cool, especially for it being new.
That makes sense.
Over time, though, yeah, it's probably get a little annoying.
We're talking about the cameras. I just noticed, is that another one up there, right above the bed?
Yes, that's the bed cam.
Awesome.
So if you,
Lighting, turn on also.
and your lights. So if you for whatever reason you gotta drive with the tail down, you can use your bed cam view so you can still see when you're backing up, and it doesn't block your view.
Okay. And this is the dual motor performance trim, right?
That's correct.
Awesome.
You also got your light bars on the inside whenever you open the bed.
On both sides.
On
here.
both sides.
Yep.
I believe you can leave that on too if you wanted to, as part of your camp mode. Other side of the tunnel right here, same thing. Button up top. We'll open it. Just pull it down. Goes all the way through.
Probably fit a couple pair of golf clubs. You could probably crawl through there too.
Yeah. So Rivian has the insert bed cover or the tonneau cover. Whenever you're not using it, you can take it off. It'll fit inside. They also have the automated tonneau cover, currently unavailable because they're backfilling from the previous mess up they had on the first one. I don't know if you heard, but it was pretty bad. All right.
And then that's your air compressor.
Air compressor
cable.
hose. Yep.
Hose, yep. I'm still undecided how I feel about these door handles, man. I like it. It's interesting.
Like I said, it's very annoying when you're at home and you're like running into it.
Yeah.
Because it just like sticks out. Takes some time getting used to.
Are these turn signals up here? Just a couple of LEDs.
Yep.
Awesome. So again, dual motor performance.
Yes, sir.
What's that pushing out?
Costs?
No. Let's talk about range.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So dual motor performance is 352 mile range, 0-60 in 3.5 seconds. You have 5 different drive modes. You have all-purpose, snow, sand, a couple other ones, off-road. I forgot what the last one is, but
All right.
yeah.
Can we jump in?
Charging port real quick.
Oh,
Also is different from Tesla's. So you have a charging port here, 3 lines right here. You touch it, it opens. Pretty sensitive.
Transformer.
Your CCS, your combo charger, or your J1772.
Interesting. Okay. And now Rivian just got access to the Tesla supercharging network. Obviously, we're just talking about it. Not all of the superchargers are applicable for that right now, and you still have to wait on the official adapter, right?
Yeah, so Tesla is making the adapters and they give it out to the manufacturers. So Ford got their adapters, they push it out to the customers. Rivian should be getting it early next month. We'll be able to sign up if we want one and they'll ship it out to us. In total, we got access to 15,000 Tesla superchargers, which is just a fraction of what they really have. So you get some of the action, but not all of it.
Nice. And do you happen to know, what is this Rivian symbol? Is it meant to be a compass? I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think so, but I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. All right, so stepping inside of the 2024 R1T, you got your stocks back in this vehicle. Unlike the newer Teslas, they went to the screen to change from park to drive and reverse and such. So they're back. I find it convenient. Originally, I didn't like the stocks, and I was excited about the screen. But then when the stocks came back on the Rivian, I was actually pretty happy about it.
Interesting. But you still got scroll wheels. Very comparable.
Yeah, still got scroll wheels. You got buttons on both sides. They do different things for the screen.
And I'm
Change
assuming
songs.
the buttons are adaptive too, depending on what you're doing. It applies for that. So
Yeah.
if you're in different modes, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So just like Tesla.
Yep.
Awesome.
All
Okay.
right. So the screen, you got your, I think it's a 16-inch screen. So you got your location on right here. Charging network. So if you're on a road trip, you can decide which charging network that you want to use on your way, because some of them aren't as great as the other ones. So you can kind of like choose which ones, right?
We're looking at you, EA America.
Yeah. So you can pick your charging speed. All right, and then also has built-in Alexa, so you can ask Alexa to take you to a location. Hey Alexa, take me to Mexico.
Getting directions.
There you go.
Okay, cool. And it's programming. It's auto filling in the charging routes.
Yeah, and it's based
your
off
route.
what you have on the network, so
Okay.
it might struggle a little bit, but if we went all out, right, just
pull
like,
in everything.
hey, get me there, it might do a quicker job, or it might, be easier to get there. It looks like it's not populating in Mexico at all, but yeah, nonetheless, that's the location. You also have your music tab. You also got your music tab, Spotify, regular radio, Tidal,
Tune in, yeah.
and then
your Bluetooth
Alexa
is
on
from-
Bluetooth, right? All right, your driving modes, you got your height. You can go high, medium, low, or you can have it on auto, however you want to feel. The drive feel. You got moderate. This is something I haven't mentioned before. I think it's because I put it in park. All right, so you got moderate, soft, and then firm.
So it's a comfort level on your ride.
Yep, and
For
then
nice stability on or off.
the same thing with the region.
Braking.
Yeah, you got high, standard. I will tell you that the Rivian region, especially high, I haven't tried standard, but the high is very, very firm. Like you really gotta press the gas to get it going. But
Stronger than what you're used to.
very strong.
Awesome.
But it seems maybe that's the reason the vehicle is a lot more efficient, in my opinion, than Tesla.
So what is this? And then you get all your compass, elevation, trip planning, or trip mileage, I should say.
Yep.
Battery temperature, motor temperature.
Yeah, some cool gauges if that's what you're used to with older trucks, right? They have the compasses up top on the overhead, so it's right here on the screen. If you want to keep that on, you can look at that. You also have your cameras, different views. You got your rear camera like we talked about, your bed camera if the bed was down, right, and then your front camera. Over here you got the 360 view and the side views. Well, one thing cool about this is the side views. It'll show you the cameras either in the rear tire or the front tire, depending on what your camera's set to.
Oh yeah, I see them in the corner there.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Yep. So this is your front view. So if you go to back view, these are your back tires now. Your back view tires.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's smart.
Yeah, over here you got camp mode, similar to Tesla, different things, but pretty similar. You can leave your outlets on. You can set a timer for how long you want your outlets on while you're in camp mode.
So I know we were talking when we were outside the vehicle. There was two 120s in the bed, another 120 in the gear tunnel. Are there any other ones inside?
I think there's one back in the rear. Yep, there's one down here.
Awesome.
So for the 23s had more, like two down here.
Okay.
But with the shortages, they got rid of it actually in 24. What I read was it's coming back, but yeah, it's over excessive in my opinion.
Yeah, you don't need
There's
that.
one in the bed, or one in the front, on the front
Yep.
as well.
And one thing we didn't touch about when we were talking about all the different kind of configurations here is the interior configurations. You have this nice wood grain, darker wood grain, you got the black seats, but they have ocean coast or something like that. They have all these different colors to kind of pimp out your interior as well. They have those yellow accents throughout the vehicle. Again, if you got the quad motor, the yellow accents are on the actual brakes themselves, the brake coverings, just to kind of signify you paid for a quad motor and all that. The interior is pretty comparable, right? There's lighter interiors like this. There's about what, 3, 4, 5 different kinds, I think.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5
colorways.
configurations. You have, this is the black and ashwood, gray ashwood. You have the all black. You have the ocean. You have the ocean and the ashwood, and then you have the green, whatever that one is called, the forest. Yeah,
Forest, that's right.
Yeah, so those are the interior options you have.
And then you added all these little accessories here. You said, right?
This is
nice.
typically it's for like bags, book bags,
Yep.
purses if you're a female, or if you have, that's your thing. But I got this off Amazon, just something to fill in the space since I don't have nothing to put down there.
That works. I gotta say too, I didn't even notice earlier. These seats look really nice. They're heated and cooled, I know, right?
Yeah, front seats heated and cooled, rear seats just heated.
Again, more Rivian branding.
Yeah, Rivian branding is all over the place in this
And
car.
then obviously you got that massive sunroof as well. Nothing different than a Tesla, but it's still there nonetheless if that's something you liked. And obviously one thing we're missing is actually being able to see out that rear glass. We can't do that on the Cybertruck obviously because of the tonneau cover, but you can see out pretty clearly.
Yeah, it's a lot more traditional in that sense. Also, we also have something below for when you're out hanging out with the friends or having a tailgate, you have your Bluetooth speakers or your Bluetooth speakers. So right below, it's currently docked. You can unlock it and then you just pull it out, and you have an actual Bluetooth speaker with a flashlight. And turn on right on cue too.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That'll come in handy. And I believe at the back too, at the bottom here, not only do you have your lighting accessory options right there, like we were talking about, it has a little LED built in. But we were talking about, obviously, it's inductive charging. It has those POGO pins there, so if you're in the vehicle, it'll always stay charged. And if you're not, you have USB-C on the back as well.
Yeah, and another thing that I mentioned earlier, you can actually charge your phone as well. So it's
a battery bank.
It's a battery bank as well. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. A little bit
Do they all come
speaker.
with that? Every model, or is it only certain ones?
Yes, sir. It's standard with the car, and then also if you, for whatever reason you break it, you can buy it separately.
Awesome. That's cool. It actually does show you have to lock it in the vehicle, or in the actual accessory document.
Yeah, it'll tell you if it's docked or if it's not.
Speaking of that, it's a perfect segue too. Speaker system. You came from probably one of the best I've ever been in with the Tesla, having those. I mean, just that in-house Tesla audio is phenomenal. How you feeling about this one?
I would give Tesla the edge on that, but the speaker system, the Rivian, is very solid. Gets pretty loud. Good thump. I haven't really messed with like the different settings to see how loud the thump can get, but it's pretty good speaker system. No complaints on the switch.
I'm looking around. I mean, you got speaker. They're everywhere.
Yep, and then your overhead lights pretty basic, but I think it has 3 different modes. Right, you get a little bit darker, but pretty bright. That's it though. You just tap on it and turn it on and off.
Nice. And then obviously you do have that display in front of you, right behind your steering wheel. Gives you a little bit of data. You were telling me you always have a map if you want, or anything else like that.
Yep, so you got your view of the truck. On the left side, you got your map, and then obviously your range. And one thing with the Rivian that I liked was you can have your battery percentage and your mileage on at the same time. That's in the settings. You can turn it off. You can have just the percentage or just the mileage. It's up to you. I chose both. And then on the left-hand side, always the map is always there. If you want to switch it or turn it off, you can. You can turn it to your efficiency. It shows your miles / kilowatt average or your tire pressure.
Very nice. And I know we've been talking about this for the couple of drives you've been on with it. The efficiency seems incredible for a truck that weighs the same amount as a Ford F-350. The efficiency is better than our Cybertruck.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I really appreciated is Rivian's honesty with their EPA or their efficiency. I don't know how they got it right. I was expecting, so the reason I went higher mileage on the range was because I expected it to be worse, but it's actually, in certain scenarios, almost mile for mile that you get from range and consumption. It's amazing. All right, and then also the AC is a little bit different in Tesla, but pretty much the same. You have your lower, your basically for your heat to keep cool. You got a defrost up here, and then your AC can be moved. Your vents can be moved, and if you actually look at it, Andrew, look, you can actually watch it move.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's awesome. Jump in the back.
Yeah, so here's the back seat. Again, heated only, not cool. You got your USB-C charging cables right there. Also on the back of the seats.
On both sides, yeah.
Pretty excessive, but like you mentioned earlier, everyone stays charged. You also have 2 hooks right here. Can be used to hold your shirts or whatever, or your purse. Pretty convenient for backseat passengers.
Little back screen display too.
Yeah, okay. Just standard climate control, nothing crazy. Middle comes down, right? We'll have a little storage area right here, and then this actually has access to the top, the tunnel. So that's pretty cool if you, for whatever reason, you need to reach out. And
so if you had a cooler back here or something in the trunk or in the, the tunnel, you can just grab something right out of that.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, the back seats, they come up for extra storage. Again, Rivian's all about storage. And here's a little back seat storage. Yep.
Nice.
So.
And more speakers, it looks like, right over here.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's it.
All right, so actually taking a trip in it now for the first time with you. Give it a little bit. Let's see what it does. Go.
Yeah, so here's a little speed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Definitely comparable. Definitely comparable. How the suspension and the ride quality feels pretty good too. It's not too bad.
Yeah, very smooth for a truck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times I forget I'm in a truck, and then when I think about the range efficiency and the speed and the drive, it's just like mind blowing. Like, this is a truck.
Yeah. Does it feel like you're driving a larger truck from your Model S you were driving beforehand?
Yeah, definitely. Just gotta pay attention to it, but you get used to it pretty quickly. Pretty good turn radius. Again, for a truck, feels just like a regular vehicle. Nothing difficult about the turn radius.
No, you're right. It's comfortable. It's quiet too. Obviously, you hear the regen braking, you hear the motors kicking in when you're, either slowing down or speeding up, but that's very comparable. I like it.
Yep, and then the
let's look at
screen,
that. You're right.
if you wanted to look at stuff like this shows you how much energy each motor is using, each axle is pushing out, right, and then the regen, it'll show you where it's going as well.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty cool feature to look at with just a display thing.
So thanks for sticking through us for all of that inside and exterior tour. Satar, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for the overview, the drive. Damn, that's all I got to say, man. I'm impressed. Like we were talking about earlier, too, I got that R2 on order, too. We'll see. Obviously, I'm not going to get rid of the Cybertruck, but I don't know. It's not bad to have two vehicles. Last thoughts, any plug you want? The show's yours, man.
If you're hesitant about getting the Rivian, I'll tell you right now, coming from Tesla to Rivian, I wouldn't hesitate. I think both are great options. Rivian's range is amazing, so I think you'll be very impressed with the efficiency, and I think the company's going to get there eventually.
Yeah. Coming from, I guess, you're a longer Tesla owner than I am. Coming from an early Model 3 owner, going to, like I said, a refresh Model S. We had a Model 3. We went to a Model S. We stayed in this, the Tesla family for now. But what Rivian has done here, you can see why it's converting so many people, right? I love it. I'm a fan, man. You like you said, if you are on the fence, go to a test drive. The downside is they don't have locations everywhere just yet. They're still expanding their networks. That's as far as service center and charging infrastructure on their RAN or Rivian Adventure networks. And now with Tesla supercharging, I mean, that puts to bed any concerns people had about range anxiety, charging and all that. And like you said, the advertised range is better than, people coming from a Tesla and what we're used to. So appreciate you, man. Thank you as always.
Anytime, man.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.